He got millions of dollars. Birdman got millions of dollars and still playing on my top.
Trishelle Miss T. Williams emerged on New Orleans' music scene in the early 90s at the tender age of 14 years old. With the vocal talents of Aretha Franklin and the soulful feel of Mary J. Blige, along with her sexy superstar attitude, she was ready. She was discovered by Baby and Slim and was signed to Cash Money Records as the first lady.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Legendary Miss T.
Miss T, First Lady of Cash Money Records, was a major asset to the early part of the label's movement. She collaborated with every artist on Cash Money and supplied many powerful sing-along hooks that secured her a future as a major artist, but life circumstances overwhelmed her priorities. The early Cash Money sound was trademarked with two things that was constant: dope tracks from Mannie Fresh and soulful vocals from Miss T. Miss T's vocals over Mannie Fresh tracks went together like gumbo and rice, and like gumbo, listeners couldn't get enough. Cash Money Records started out in the bounce era, but always had artists that could spit real bars. If Mannie Fresh and Cash Money rappers was the meat and potatoes, then Miss T was the gravy on every meal.
When you phone, now you keep on calling my cell, your phone. Fuck the police, it takes so long to come. I said a ding 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 ding, I like the sound of your ring. Make it keep on moving till you hear the bell ring. When you know they got you, that's the hard to get played. That's why you don't trust them niggas in the world today.
A little girl with a grown woman's voice and a powerful story to back it all up. When she sang about pain, you felt her. When she sang about joy, you smiled. Whatever the topic was, Miss T was the motivation. She was the Mary J. Blige of the South and could have easily taken over the world. But fame at an early age can be overwhelming to some. Growing up in New Orleans, Miss T was surrounded by music and was bitten by the talent bug at an early age. She met Baby and Slim after performing a song at a local talent search in New Orleans. She was approached by the brothers and given a business card, and just days later was in the circle of original Cash Money artists.
Big shout out to Cash Money. Baby, Ron, y'all gave me my start.
Her first studio appearance led to citywide fame. A feature on Pimp Daddy's record titled Get 'Em Up Nigga. A soulful rap and R&B duet that had the world inquiring about the girl that was singing towards the end of the song. Shortly after and several features later, Miss T signed to Cash Money Records. She was 14 years old and already the first lady of a rapidly growing situation. Only wanting to sing and express herself through song, she never inquired or even knew that there was a business side.
Back then when I was young, I ain't know nothing. I couldn't tell you about copyrights, I couldn't tell you about publishing, I couldn't tell you about that. And then those in Cash Money, to me, they wasn't gonna tell me about that.
Her talents and vocals gave Cash Money a unique sound and assisted with the crossing over to the majors. In 1995, Cash Money Records dropped the first album from the First Lady titled Having Things. The album followed Cash Money's gangster image and featured in-house talent including Mannie Fresh. Not old enough to legally own a driver's license, but she owned the respect of both women and men in a male-dominated world. With guidance from Baby and Slim and their well-oiled machine called Cash Money Records, she was destined for fame and the whole world should have been her audience. Cash Money is a business and business is money, but Miss T was young and still finding herself.
They were getting the deal, I was a part of the deal, and what happened, I left. By me being so young, my baby daddy was my world. You think I'm worrying about an autograph session? I'm trying to please him and make him happy. I was young and I was not trying to learn the business. I was worrying about the DK wine that was on my feet, the car they just bought me. Long as my rent was paid, I had a little, my baby was young then.
In total, Miss T dropped 3 albums with CMR, Chillin' on the Corner, Having Things, and Female Baller. In the late 1990s, Cash Money got the big deal with Universal Records, but the roster had changed. Miss T, UNLV, Lil Slim, and a few others didn't cross over with the label.
Never have nothing good to say, but be quick to be smiling in your face. That's why you gotta put a hole in a place. Make that hoe respect you before she try to check you.
She was Cash Money's first lady and technically the first hot girl ever. She worked with everybody who was somebody in New Orleans, including Mia X, Soulja Slim, BG, Juvenile, and others. After her Cash Money ventures, Miss T continued with her music career. In 1999, she released Don't Get Mad, Get Even, her 4th solo album but her first as a woman. In total, she dropped 9 albums and a host of mixed compilations. She's mastered her craft in music and is now an entrepreneur through her own clothing line called Miss T's Boutique of Beauty. From Cash Money's first lady to a successful businesswoman, Miss T.
And got millions of dollars, and still playing on my top. He got millions of dollars. Birdman got millions of dollars and still playing on my top. Y'all ask me what I did him like that. What the fuck I did him like that? Still playing on my top. After I apologized to this bitch like I did something wrong. I apologized because the bitch kept saying I hurt him. Just to play on somebody like that. Y'all not getting it. Every time I come around, baby, you telling me I left him. That's playing with somebody mental. You keep telling me I hurt you. When you stole all my music. Then he gonna tell me he gave me my publishing. Bitch, you been flipped that catalog to Universal. Where's my money? Where is my money?